We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the... Michael Wacha will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Into the box now, Miguel Rojas. And you see what he's done in recent action. Obviously seeing the ball well right now. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Boy, that's a really good pitch, Mark, right there. Down in the zone. That's when, as a pitcher, you just kind of have to shake your head and tip your cap to the batter.
Yeah, right there. You're looking to just either foul that off or stay in there and survive. He found a way to not only stay in there and survive, but drive it up the middle for a ninth.
The first baseman, Garrett.
And that'll bring in Garrett Cooper. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Hit back up the middle. Rosario's got it. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. No runs on 1 base hit. 1 error. Jose Arena gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2. One out, nobody on. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. Pitch on the way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting third.
So here's Pete Alonso. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. The 3-1 pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And that's a home run into the top tank. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Standing in now, Michael Conforto. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in scuffling a bit of late. Just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Brian Anderson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Now the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Matt Joyce is on deck. Hit on the ground out to short. Rosario brings it in. Throw to first to be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 7, Matt Joyce.
Here's Matt Joyce now. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Just hung in there on that one. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely hold on here, though. That was really a close play, so they're checking to see if they want to challenge that safe call. Into the box, John Birdie. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in on the heels of a victory last time out, but they've been in a bad stretch recently, losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, D-Roll? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal a series right here.
Now the 2-1. 2-2 the count. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Marlins leave 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. Now the 2-1. A bouncer up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck, Yoenis Cespedes. Ramos on at first, nobody out. Ground ball right side. And Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, Yoenis.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2, here it is. In the dirt, and now let's see. Goes to third with it, and he nails him at third. Great throw. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Drilled on the ground to short. He's got it. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And up next will be the shortstop, Amed Rosario. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 2 out with the man at first. Hit high and deep to right center. On the move is Joyce. But it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
The pitcher.
There's one of the disadvantages right there to the ground rule double rule. With the runner on first, more than likely if the ball stays in the ballpark, he's going to easily be able to score. But once it bounces over the fence, it's only third base for that base runner.
The set and the 1-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Joyce is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. 2 left for the Mets. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0.
Welcome back to Citi Field, where these fans have witnessed a lot of good pitching from their Mets this season. Coming into the day, they ranked first in the league in both ERA and strikeouts, a combination that has opposing lineups searching for answers. One member of the staff told me, "It's a special group of guys. I've never been on a pitching staff that's so dominant top to bottom, and I've been on some pretty good ones." Now, one of the hitters on the team told me, "I'm relieved I get to stand behind them and play defense instead of staring them down in the box. That can't be fun." Matt, back to you.
Thank you, Heidi. And there's a base hit on the line.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Miguel Rojas. Hit hard on the ground to second. There's Cano. There's one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Thursday night baseball rolls on. We'll have more after this. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. The 1-1 home. High in the air out to center field. Joyce is camped under this one, and he's got it for out number 1.
Now back.
So digging in now, J.D. Davis. Now the 2-1 pitch. And he pops it up. Anderson calls for it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso.
The last at bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
The 2-1 home. Line toward the gap in left center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2. And this will bang up against the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double. So he's quickly into scoring position now with a 2-out double here in the third. And as we check out the rankings on this Mets ball club, you can see there he's currently leading the team in that department. Into the box now, Michael Conforto. Conforto behind the ball in 2 strikes.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, and no one will track it down. And another foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
He's set. The 2-2. Into center field. Line drive base hit. He'll get it into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. We played 3 full. Digging in for his second at-bat, Corey Dickerson. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Again, he sends it out of play. The next 1-2 pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Garrett Cooper.
At the plate, Garrett Cooper. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already. And he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The left fielder, number 52,
to the plate now, Yoenis Cespedes. Now this is out in front, maybe tough to get to, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now batting, shortstop.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Now the 2-1. Drilled to the left side. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit. Throw comes into third now, so they're at the corners here with only 1 out.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. It's been pretty bad for 3 1/3 innings so far. That's the 8th hit he's given up, and if he doesn't get his mind straight, he's going to be heading to the showers early.
In now, Michael Wacha takes this the other way to right, and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Now batting, number 6.
At the plate now, Jeff McNeil. This is flared out towards second. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. Mets forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping into the box, Matt Joyce. He'll start off the 5th in this one. High in the air out to center field. Conforto is right there, 1 down.
The right fielder.
Up next from Miami, John Birdie. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit, right? That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
So now to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Hit on the ground out to short. Rosario's got it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Coming to the plate now, J.D. Davis. 0 for 2 for him so far. He's flied out and popped out. The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
To short, hit hard. Scooped up. And there's one away. Digging in and looking for more, Pete Alonso. Already a home run and a double for him in this one. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. This one sinks low on a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
He's got it. What a play, and that ends the inning. Harold Ramirez will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 47, Harold Ramirez.
2-2.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
Scorched to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now at the plate, Jonathan Villar. A hit in 2 tries so far. Lined into right, a base hit. He's through first and hustling for second. And this will get all the way to the wall now. And he will make it into third with a 1-out triple.
Well, we've been waiting for an opportunity like this since the game started. 1 out, and our first run is 90 feet away. The challenge now is to get him home.
And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first. And no one can get there. He'll try it again. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And that'll put him on the board as it's now a 3-1 contest.
Hey, we're in the middle of this one already, D-Row. They finally score a run, and they've had a tough time scoring some runs.
Yeah, after taking it on the chin yesterday, it's nice to finally break through. Maybe this gives the offense the confidence it needs.
Now the 3-2 pitch. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second, there's Cano. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Mets are out on top, 3-1. Eliezer Hernandez enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 57, Eliezer Hernandez.
So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Fouled off. And here's a swing and a miss by Cano as he's set down on strikes, and there's one away.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Stepping in now, Yoenis Cespedes. And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Their count now at 2-2. The pitch. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now.
The batter, number 1.
The 1-1 home.
Ahmed Rosario.
2-1.
On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Ooh, wait, that was an ugly swing. I'm sure he's not going to watch that one on replay after the game.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the. So
sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 2-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes McNeil at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Riding in once again, Brian Anderson. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Ramos gathers it, and he makes the throw to first. Anderson is retired, 2 down now.
The center fielder, number 7.
Digging in once again, Matt Joyce. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Line drive to left. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
Hit hard to the right. Foul. Here now the 2-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
High in the air out to center field. Conforto is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for mine. Jed Lowry is up off the.
And complete. He's hitting for the Mets. Number 4. Yeah. Lowry.
And it's 1-2.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
Got him. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Pulled toward right center field. Joyce is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. J.D. Davis the next to bat. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. And he chased it in the dirt. Alfaro finds it, And that ends the inning. Dylan Betances has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 68.
At the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far, and he fouls this one off. Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Francisco Cervelli will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Francisco Cervelli.
A ball and 2 strikes. Eighth inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Hit the other way out toward right field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2. Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. Tripled and scored in his last at-bat, and we'll see what he does for a follow-up act here.
Yeah, guys, that was the first triple of the year.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes McNeil, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he is into third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the night.
Every coach will tell you when you're down by 2, you don't want to take too many chances on the base pass. Regardless, he hustles into third for the triple and the tie.
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. Brad Boxberger is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. Next up for New York, Pete Alonso. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Shin high fastball that time. Ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Yeah, that hard hit single right there. That's clean. 3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. 3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
There's ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Here now the 2-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Chasing after it is Joyce, and this will get to the wall now, out beyond the 385 sign. And the runner will score from second, and the second run is in. It's now a 5-1 game.
Yeah, nowadays the number crunchers would call that a high leverage at bat. Not exactly sure what that means, but what I do know is they just doubled their lead, so he clutched up big time right there.
Yimi Garcia is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out. In now, Robinson Cano, and he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The left fielder, number 52.
Yoenis Cespedes striding in next. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
Ready with the 1-2. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield.
And that'll play run number 6. It's now a 6-1 ball game.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. 2-strike RBI base hit. The ball wasn't hit very hard, D-Row, but from a hitter's perspective, you'll take it any way you can get it.
Yeah, in today's day and age where everyone's looking to go deep and can go deep, not many guys have a legitimate 2-strike approach. This is one of those players, and that's exactly what he did. Shortened his stroke a little bit, didn't try and do too much, and came through for the team.
The 1-2. His fastball taken high for a ball.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 8th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit. As they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. Jerry Spamiglia comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Count even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Conforto is there, and he has it for the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Garrett Cooper. He flew out in his last at-bat. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here's the 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp, and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching is...
Throw on to first is going to be in time to get him, and the Mets have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious New York Mets. 6 runs on 13 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. For the Marlins.